What's going on, guys? It's your boy Romaniki, Mr. Enemy 343, and today I am joined by my usual group of suspects, of course, D&D Girl, Soul Spectre, and of course, the Nice
78.
And today I want to talk to you guys about, hold on.
I got a new hat.
Oh, nice.
It's supposed to be a zebra.
I like it.
Also,
Really
cockadoodle.
like it. But
Also,
And yes,
cockadoodle pussy. Good morning, everyone. It is so much fun to scream vulgar words in the morning.
and yes, I'm kind of aware that I look like I'm about to go blow up a building or something, but I am not giving people my face.
Nah, you don't look like that. You look more like a furry.
They look like a furry. I mean that in a good way, by the way. I mean, I know a lot of furries get a lot of hate, but
I take offense to that. I thought it was a cute hat.
what I was trying to
Show
ask
it
is,
off.
has anyone seen the new Yakuza What's Your Killer video?
oh Jesus fucking anal Christ, that guy needs to get a motherfucking life. Like, dude, it has been how long? Weeks, if not months. Like, I'm gonna say 2 months. 2
Wait,
months.
what about
And
him?
Okay, so the little fat bitch that can't fucking, think what the damn, he is whining again about, wait, what did he?
Yo, PC, what's up, man?
Sorry,
Happy birthday today!
My dad
To
was
Pirate
asking
Canvas.
why I had my face covered and stuff, so...
Oh, well, I mean, like
Yeah,
I was saying though, the Western Killer, which, God, I hate that fucking name because that fat motherfucker is not gangster. Chris Chan is more thug life than that damn bitch. But this motherfucker, he's going to sit there and whine about drama that happened however long ago. And I left him a comment. I actually left that piece of shit a comment. Like, dude, you are the equivalent of an ex who can't get over it. Like, Mr. A
I
has
called him a
moved on
clingy
with
ex.
his life, and you are still sitting there, 10 years later, eating bonbons and crying about how your ex ruined your life. That is
I
you.
called him a clingy ex that can't stand that the ex has moved on.
Exactly. There you go. Like, I mean, here's
Also,
Mr.
this
A.
headband here, I bought
Mhm.
this several years ago, and it's not because it's a unicorn horn. I am a fan of My Little Pony, but at the time I was into Homestuck, and it reminded me of a troll horn.
Ah.
Don't judge me! I was young and naive.
Not judging.
Hey, I'm a brony, so it's alright with
Oh
me.
yeah, but she actually. I mean, I've heard a lot of bad things about Homestuck or Homestruck, because like every time someone says something about the fandom, it's always something negative.
Unfortunately, the fandom does have problems. In my opinion, the story and stuff's kind of cool. Happy birthday, pirate. But,
Yeah, happy birthday, pirate.
But the fans are crazy. Like there's a running gag that one of the characters gets hit in the face with a bucket, which is used for mating rituals in
Wait,
troll
what?
culture. In troll culture, so the character Cardcat being horrified as he's hit with a bucket makes sense because that's usually where you put all the slurry and stuff that's needed to breed in. And unfortunately, fans will go around and hit people who are dressed as Cardcat in the face with a bucket. And not like something made out of fabric. No, an actual bucket. And then wonder why people hate the Homestuck fandom. And it's like, well, you hit people in the faces with actual buckets. That's one reason to hate the fandom.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, and I'm going to pretend I understood what the fuck you were talking about with the whole mating and like you.
I don't know what the female characters do, but the male characters pretty much jack off into a bucket.
Okay,
Okay.
I didn't really want to know that,
Right.
but thank you for that mental image.
Hey,
And after
it's
this,
kind of your fault for not putting 2 and 2 together that I had to say
after this stream, I'm going to be watching Pornhub.
it.
Basically,
But-
giving freaking hentai any day of the week, and I'll be happy.
Well, to be fair, I don't mind like real life stuff, like Asian girls, huge tit Asian girls, anima, BDSM stuff. I mean, it's all good. Not just that, but there's barely any fucking SSBBW hentai. I mean, yet there are some dojins, but I can see that jiggle.
Hey,
Sorry, my
so,
hand is getting
I have a
tired,
question.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
I know this is a bad time to get into comics, but I've been starting to collect older comics recently. Do you want to see what I got so far?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not really a bad time either.
Alright,
It's always a
so,
good time.
I got this
Nice.
issue, Superman and
Nice,
Bugs
nice.
Bunny. And then I got...
Careful, they might have Clockwork Orange in that issue.
Ha
I will never let
I
that
like the
puppy
Clockwork
go.
Orange.
I
Besides,
will never
And then,
let that go. That bullshit that Pepe is a problem. Yet you keep the characters.
I got some
that
of the
had a
older
scene
comics.
That they raped a woman in front of her husband.
I think it's based on the Super Friends.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Let's actually continue Soul Spectre.
Alright.
Yeah. And I got this.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then the last one of the day.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah. Older comics are the
Alright,
best
I'm
way
done.
to go. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm actually a huge fan of the original the Clockwork Orange, from 1971. That was actually made by freaking Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, and it's
That's
a good
classic.
and it's a good film if you can slog through the whole rape thing and stuff. But it's the principle of the fact that they removed Pepe from the Space Jam sequel because he's problematic. Yet
Oh
they
yeah,
have
Pepe's
these
in
characters
Bugs
that
Bunny and
rape a woman in
Superman.
front of her husband.
And not just that.
Pepe's the problem. I don't remember Pepe finally pinning Penelope Pussycat and sticking his dick in her as she screams, "No, I don't want this."
I'm pretty sure there's Rule 34 of that.
Yeah, but I mean official.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just...
Well, you can't help Rule 34. I mean, hell, when I first discovered Rule 34, I'm like, nah, that can't be true. And looked up the most innocent thing. I still need bleach to try and remove that image.
Oh god, don't get me started on the fucking Simpsons one. I still remember it wasn't Rule 34, it was like some artwork. And it had... I don't really know how to explain it. So, it had Bart Simpson, and he's like, "Ay caramba," the catchphrase. And it had a Buttercup. Now, Buttercup, the best way I can really describe it is she looked like a goddamn hoochie mama. And apparently this was like some kind of ship. And I'm over here like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Okay, hold on. I can get the whole Blossom and Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory ship because Craig McCracken actually worked on Dexter's Laboratory before he and his wife actually made the Powerpuff Girls. So it's kind of cute, especially since we've had wink and nods to Dexter's Lab as thanks for giving me a chance to make it in cartoons,
Yeah.
But that...
Hey,
Why the hell are you crossing the Simpsons over with the Powerpuff Girls?
Not just that, but Buttercup...
Ignoring the whole different network and stuff, Buttercup is like 6 years old and Bart's 10.
Not just that, but she was dressed like a hoochie mama. And I think she was aged up or something. But it was just absolute cringe. I'm just going to say that.
Hey, so I just want to say this real quick. Superman Bugs Bunny issue 1, Pepe Le Pew actually simped over Plastic Man, not realizing he's the guy.
Nani? Oh wait, he's French, so it'd be La Nani.
I don't know. Pepe seems like that guy that, provided you could be attractive, he probably wouldn't care. I mean, there have been cartoons where where a character where he doesn't care that Penelope is a cat. Hell, he even got together with a little Chihuahua dog in one short.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like he's opposed to the idea of a different species. So I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be like, "Oh, you can have curves. I'm willing to try a guy once at least."
See, I mean, if anything, Pepe Le Pew was like the Johnny Bravo of that time. It didn't matter if you were, well, in his case, like a skunk or whatever. If you were cute, okay, let's see where this takes us.
Johnny actually was nice and respectable to a deer he met, which
Yeah,
is
and they,
which is technically a case of catfishing because she didn't really tell Johnny she was a deer until they met. But the point is, Johnny was nice and respectable, offered to take her on a date because he did agree to a date, and it just seemed rude to be like, "Yeah, no, I don't date outside my species." Hell, there was an episode where this girl turns into a werewolf, but Johnny was willing to stick it out because besides the fact it's like once a month with a full moon, kind of a period joke if you think about it. But he was willing to stick it out and be with this girl. It was when she said on Wednesdays I turn into a fat guy named Norm who likes to collect stamps. And
like,
I'm
nope.
sorry, I'm with Johnny on this. I can deal with someone turning into a werewolf once a month, but every Wednesday you're gonna turn into a fat bald guy in his underpants that collects stamps. Yeah, no, I draw the line.
Yeah, I don't date Chris Chan. Sorry.
Yeah, Christian ain't my thing, and also I do actually. When it comes to anime characters, I am bisexual, but hetero. I'm actually hetero IRL. But yeah, there are like some like anime that I would love to actually knock with, including some femboys, if possible. Since I am a man.
Yeah, Dionysus, you saw the succubus girl I was talking about, right?
Yeah. Remember, we talked on the Discord. Yeah, I knew you were talking about the chubby one in the spring break episode.
Yeah, her human form was wearing jean shorts and she was sucking on a popsicle.
Popsicle, yeah. And I mean that is like he did look cute and all, but like I told you, the character that I'm gonna go with my you know um comic is gonna be a bit bigger than that. And like I showed y'all last week, that was the design. And here's the thing, like Mr. A and Matt even stated that even though that isn't their thing, it still look appealing. And to be fair, Didi, like, do you even agree, even if that's too big for you, the BBW that I showed you last week was at least leaps and bounds more appealing and attractive than.
If you've seen Rose Quartz from Steven Universe, she's not really a Rose Quartz, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's chubby, but she's not the chubby of, okay, Greg, I need you to help me to the toilet because I can't get off my ass by myself. Fat. I don't mind girls having a little extra weight. It's when they're drawn in a way where it's like, how are they still alive? Breathing should give them a heart attack. They're so fucking fat.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, that really isn't that big, and also, again, my character's gonna be a succubus, so she doesn't really have to follow the human law, if you will. And again, that design at least looks leaps and bounds better than what the SJWs are trying to shit out, because at least she has curves, she looks like a woman, and she looks cute. And also, those of us who like fat chicks enjoy that. The SJ. Wait. Oh, I hope Spectre's okay.
Yeah, I just left the link. So basically, if anything happens, like if anybody gets heated out by accident, or if their internet cuts out,
yeet. Sorry.
But no, I mean it's all about the design. Like that design, even though it's not Yow's thing now, still looks better than what an SJW creates. Like Zena, the Muslim lesbian woman who made Potato Women. That right there wasn't a potato woman. That was a
Oh yeah,
BBW.
and she said she was that fixing art wasn't a bad thing, but then threw a hissy fit when someone drew her as. I mean, I I agree they probably shouldn't have drawn her naked, with the exception of the hijab, but they were making a point by pointing
Hey,
out.
what just happened?
You were
I don't
yeeted.
know.
But
Skynet said goodbye.
but they were basically making a point that
Anyways,
if fixing someone's
I was
art
just trying to flip the camera and that just happened. Anyways, here's the scene I was talking about earlier.
Oh,
Ah.
that is beautiful.
Be honest, Peppy does seem to have a type.
Yeah, classic DC Comics is the best.
Yeah. Take notes,
Classic
DC.
But
the only DC Comics that I'm actually genuinely interested is the Scooby-Doo team up with Batman.
But anyway,
I don't know if anyone heard. Oh, okay.
Back to the Muslim potato woman. She got pissy again. They didn't have to draw her naked. They could have easily had the big bazunga bump in her clothes, you know.
Mommy milkers.
But my point is this person was making a point and said, "What? I fixed your art. You said fixing art's okay." So it's like, so she was basically doing a rule for thee but not for me thing. It was okay for her to basically massacre people's art, but the minute someone did it to her art, they were awful.
Well, of course. And that's how these dumbasses operate.
Exactly, like Yakuza Western Killer, for instance. Basically, I still can't freaking forgive him for actually what he's been saying about me. And we keep exposing...
How much you want to bet he's watching right now?
Man,
he said he actually subscribed for me.
If he's watching...
He is watching.
That's bullshit. He can claim he unsubscribed all he wants, but if he really unsubscribed to you, he wouldn't keep making videos about you like some jealous ex that's upset that the ex-boyfriend got a new girlfriend.
Yeah, like he has that fucking ex-girlfriend vibe going on where it's like he can't stand the fact that, Mr. A here has not only moved on, but there's no more drama, and yet he wants there to be drama. He wants there to be an issue. He's the one who keeps
He's also like one of those ex-girlfriends who tried to make it seem like that the boyfriend was the asshole, but like
Amber Heard.
Like example, Amber Heard, they're the ones who were the assholes, and they want to use their fucking pussy to prove that they weren't the bad people. And it's like, yeah, I will rip that pussy off and slap you with it, you fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. And guys, I gotta say, basically, what happened between me and Yakuza Western Killer, I know it's actually pretty much going to be a when hell freezes over type of thing, but he still owes me a damn apology.
Hey, on the bright side, I'm at least his replacement.
I'm just wondering if my comment's gonna still be on his video or if he's gonna remove it like a little whiny bitch he is.
Right. Hey, when I went on his video to comment to and hear his obnoxious voice, I left a comment saying, "Dude, move on. You're basically an ex-girlfriend at this point. You need help." And also, I just love how that idiot was all flapping, talking about how anime is misogynistic because of hot girls. He was claiming that the creators of these anime, they hate women, and it's like, no, the creators clearly love women.
Just real quickly, I would like to point out a double standard. Okay.
Can we point out that most of the creators of these animes and stuff are fucking women?
You expect that fucking blob of a man or whatever the fuck he is, because he sure as hell ain't a man. You expect that blobfish to know what a damn
Creator of Rising of the Shield Hero, a woman. Creator of Full Metal Alchemist, a woman. Creator of Demon Slayer, woman. The only anime I can think of created by a woman that was meant to be a sojo is Naoko, who created Sailor Moon. Oh, and I guess there's also Rumiko when it comes to Inuyasha and stuff, but still.
And also, I mean, note
Hey,
how even in Sailor Moon, the girls kind of look a little spicy. Not just the Sailor Scouts, but even the villains look spicy as hell.
Yeah, a lot of people got upset at the nostalgia critic for finding the girls attractive, and he apologizes about it. And it's like, well, when I was a kid, I thought they were adults too, because I had never really. Of course, a lot of people where I live are short, so that might be the reason. But I never saw a teenager that tall before in my life as a kid.
Also, it's
Can
fictional,
I get this
so...
off my chest real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
go
want
ahead.
to call out another double standard of funny. They canceled. What was it called?
Interspecies reviewer.
Interspecies reviewers. Yet they kept Uzaki-chan.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because you still got boobs. I mean, yeah, interspecies reviewers.
That
it's
makes no
different.
sense.
I guess it's different because it's not about rating harems and monster girls.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. I mean, but still at the same time,
I
though.
know.
I am so
but
very
still.
tempted if there is a con in my area in the near future with Monica Rial or Bitch Cakes Marchie going for one day, just long enough to go to their thing and say, so why did y'all cancel Interspecies Reviewer? I, as a bisexual woman, love the titties. Why would you take that from me? Or are you basically like, well, we'd rather everyone suffer as long as men suffer? In which case, y'all are sexist assholes who try to erase my existence, and I fucking think you're scum. I should spit on you, but I don't want to get arrested.
Excuse me. Also, another thing, this just actually freaking irritates me. I'm actually an apolitical person, just like Pirate Canvas. Basically,
I'd rather not talk about politics if possible, but okay.
yeah, same here. But listen to me, okay?
Okay.
He says that, Yakuza Western Killer says that he's a Republican, and if Reagan actually saw, freaking Rita a healer, then basically he'd actually would be calling it out and then saying that, the creator, Rusukio, whom I actually have a respect for, since he actually created such an awesome anime series, and I actually have to give him respect because basically he was actually a sexual assault victim as well.
Oh, but he doesn't count because he's a man. Only women who are assaulted count.
Exactly.
Which is bullshit in my fucking opinion. Because what about the little boys who were raped by priests? Do we pretend they don't exist?
Exactly. But of course, we live in a fucking society. It's a joking meme here, where
we live in a bullshit.
we men, if anything happens to us guys, it's always play as a fucking laugh, right? A good example would be years back when that woman cut off that dude's dick. The View, I don't really
That was
watch
a
The
90s
View.
thing. It was made into a big joke on I Love the 90s.
Well, I mean, not just that.
He became a porn star.
Not just that, but in The View, they made fun of it. It's like, haha, he got his penis cut off, ha ha ha. It's a joke. But reverse those genders. A man cuts out a woman's vagina, completely different story, right?
Bill Burr actually made a joke about this, saying, woman cuts a guy's dick off and throws it down the garbage disposal. Everyone's going to be making jokes of, hey, Stubby. But if a guy cut a woman's tit off and threw it in the dryer, there'd be moments of silence. The woman would be getting donations and support. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
Yep. But of course, it's that whole we need to come up with a word for it, but you know how the nice guys, the neckbeards, are like, "Milady, I will stand by your side." We need to come up with a word for that because that's what these idiots are who sit there and stand for the woman like, "Oh, you
Simp.
poor thing."
Yeah, isn't
Yeah,
that a
There's
simp?
a word for that. It's called nice guys.
Yeah, well, I think it should be more kind of like noise guys because a lot of people when they
Nice
say,
guys and
I
nice
prefer
girls.
simps.
yeah, it's
Also, I always say this when I see a nice guy say, "Why are you dating that asshole? I'm a nice guy. Fine, I don't like you, you fucking bitch." I'm like, gee, I wonder why she'd rather the guy who's a little cold over you. You seem like
exactly.
a complete psychopath.
You got that whole noise guy vibe going on, and no one wants that.
I mean, I actually might need some help actually calling out Yakuza Western Killer. Because that guy really just needs to learn some humiliation.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man. Like,
Here's
I'm gonna be
something that'll
honest.
humiliate him. I actually apologized. That was a roast. I said a little line. Never mind.
Well,
I kind of went on I kind of did another rant response video about it. But, oh man, was that guy freaking just pissed me off?
well, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you honest with you, dude. Like, I honestly believe you should just ignore this because this is exactly what he wants. He wants you to make a video that says "fuck you" just so he can rub his damn man boobs with glee, saying, "I knew you would. I knew you would make a video about me."
Oh, god damn it! This is revenge for the whole bucket thing at Homestuck, isn't it, DNF?
Yes, you deserve it, woman. Suffer.
Suck my clit. It ain't my fault you can't connect the dots.
I was not wanting to connect those dots. Now, when it comes to troll people, but anywho, but no, like he's going to want you to have a video out saying "f you" and stuff just so he can feel good, and then he's gonna make another video saying, "Look, this is exactly what." He's trying to get clout. He's trying to get views, and you're falling right into his trap.
Yeah, basically, he's a freaking
Mignana actually pointed this out, and guess what? And then the first girl who accused him, it actually turned out it was someone else, but people on KickVic are still ignoring that so they can accuse Vic, and it pisses me off because it's like, you can't believe this girl because she's basically changed her story to someone else. I mean, granted, the guy was actually proven to be a sexual predator, but she still changed her story. She doesn't even know.
Exactly. But of course, the guy trying to keep up with the damn bullshit, with the damn lies. And like I said, Western bitch, I refuse to say killed her because again, your ass ain't fucking gangster. So
put chubby boy in a prison yard and
how about Yakuza Western wannabe?
He's going to get passed around.
See how long until he's someone's prison bitch.
Dude, he's going to get passed around like a damn bong. But he wants you.
I just imagine a couple gangs being like, okay, we'll trade your chubby prison bitch for a pack of smokes.
Okay, Jill. Come here, pretty boy. I'm gonna make you squeal like a pig.
Got a real pretty mouth there.
Gonna make it squeal like a pig.
Squeal, piggy! Squeal!
But no, like I said though, he wants you to make a video saying, having a comeback just so he can feel good about himself and make another video trying to play the victim. Like, look at him, he attacked me yet again. He's so mean and evil and blah blah blah. Victim complex bullshit. And you are going to play right into his trap if you make a video basically saying, "Screw you."
Well, we'll know one thing. If he complains about the prison bitch joke we just made, Well, no, he definitely
Oh,
watches
hey,
the stream.
how much you want to bet that Yakuza Western Killer is a Kick Vic member?
Probably is. I mean,
Yeah.
hell, he was fucking sitting there saying a lot of other stupid shit like, it's misogynist. The creators of anime so misogynistic because the women are so hot and shit. Like, listen, dude, just because
Are we
you're
ignoring the
tiny,
B shonen? Are we really
Oh,
ignoring the B shonen?
of course he is, but like, listen, if a Western Killer, a fucking butch ass lookalike motherfucker from Cool Cat, if you're listening, listen, dude. Just because your tiny microscopic dick can't get fucking erected at pretty girls doesn't mean it's misogynistic. It just means it's not made for you.
Oh, you think he might be gay? It would explain why he keeps going after Mr. Anime.
Oh my god, Mr. Anime, he loves you. Notice me, notice me, senpai.
Sorry, but it would make so much sense.
Thanks, Dionysus.
Why-
Now I can't get that.
I mean,
Now I can't get that out of my head.
Why would he keep going after you when you've pretty much gotten over this crap and you're not messing with him unless he messes with you first if he doesn't have
What
the hots
next?
for you?
What?
Oh god. Like, senpai, please notice me. Oni-chan.
And that's when I'd comment saying he's just that into you.
Yes,
Go
I mean,
find
he
someone
is.
who will be into you.
Yeah, he is just like an ex who won't fucking shut up about their other ex, even though the other ex has moved on to something bigger and better. Yet here's this fucking lord ass who's just, I need to complain. Like, again, how long has it been? It has
Hey,
been.
Anime Lord.
Hey, Anime
Six.
69.
Hey,
But
Anime
it
Lord.
has.
69.
It has been. It has
Hey,
been
everyone.
eons since the last video.
Speaking of relationships, I like to watch Am I the A-hole videos and stuff when I'm not exercising or whatever. And I was watching one recently where someone says, "Am I the a-hole for being blunt, aka truthful, to my friend about her husband, about her having an open marriage?" And the gist is the friend called up the OP crying about her husband deciding to go on a date, and she's like, "Well, you said you wanted an open marriage. That means he gets to date too." And she's like, "But this is cheating." And it's like,
Was an
sweetie,
open marriage.
Really?
You
sweetie, if
agreed.
it's
You
an open
consented to
marriage,
it.
if it's an open marriage, your husband's allowed to date, and it ain't his fault that he ends up finding someone better because you wanted to have an open marriage so you could fuck every guy you could find.
Yeah, exactly. You both
Oh, God.
consented to this open relationship, meaning he is free to do as he pleases because open relationship.
And I'm sorry, but the OP being honest, I don't think they're the asshole because what did
No.
this bitch expect was gonna happen when she said, "Let's have an open marriage so I can sleep with my boss"?
Oh, God.
Yeah, because again, it's you consented to this. It's not anyone else's fault. You consented to this relationship.
Yeah,
And-
it's just ridiculous. But
And as someone in the comments pointed out, it's always funny that the people who want the open relationship get all pissy when the partner who was reluctant finds someone to date. Not necessarily fuck, just to date.
Yeah, basically, it's all fun and games until.
it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
If Tubby Boy makes another video about you, Mr. A, I'm gonna take that meme template and have you, with the guy looking at the other woman and the girl's all pissy about it, and label the girl that's all pissy as Weston Killa, the guy as you, and the other girl as God damn it, I'm having a blank on the anime.
Redo a healer.
Yeah, redo a healer.
That would piss him off because he hates that anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
I would have to share it on Twitter because, again, I'm banned.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, I'll share it for you.
Thank you.
Huh,
I already shared the video in the private comment. I mean, in the private chat as well. So basically, I do suggest that if you're gonna watch it, you might actually want to steal as many brain cells as you can, because this is just complete and utter stupidity at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I already commented on that video. I called him the clingy ex that can't stand that her ex-boyfriend has found someone else.
And what's funny is I even made the comment too about how he is basically the ex who can't fucking move on with their life. It's sad, it's pathetic,
And I added
it's...
to the comment, I added to my comment, have some decency and move on.
Or at least
Well,
attempt to move, since, you know, you're kind of a badass, but, you know.
Yeah,
He looks like an ugly girl to me. I'm sorry. He looks like an ugly girl.
And see, I'm going to throw this out
I
there.
agree with you.
Gee, I'm going to throw this out there right, too. The picture that I showed you of the BBW from last week, you can't deny looks a hell of a lot better than this ugly girl. Oh, wait, he's a boy. Oh.
That was a good one, Dio.
I mean, I can't stand designs where a female character looks more like a guy.
AKA Wolverine
Freaking
DC.
Bruce Banner and drag.
Yes, that's the comment I made when I saw the new design for She-Hulk.
Hey,
Bruce Banner in drag.
Oh God, most terrible.
Hey, so I just said something on Yakuza's video. I said I would say something clever, but you're not even worth it.
Oh!
That is a burn.
That's a turtle burn.
But anyway, the only time you should mistake someone for the opposite sex is when they're a baby, because babies look like potatoes when they're babies. It takes like a couple months before you can even more or less guess what gender they are.
Oh, it's sort of like that joke from Bill Engvall when he actually saw like a baby that actually, in his words, looked like a Halloween mask with legs. He said, "Well, that's a handsome little man right there." And then basically, this woman goes and says, "She is a little girl." Oh man! And then his brain is telling him to shut up.
Babies are more or less bald too. I mean,
they are.
There's been a couple rare cases where babies have had full heads of hair. My little sister was one of them. In fact, I used to joke and say she looked like a monkey as a baby because her hair was this shock of black. And
I always told my little sister she was born with a tail.
If you think about it, technically we all had tails before we entered the egg.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, we all did.
Also, did y'all see the videos I shared in the otaku thing?
No.
Oh, come on! Those are funny!
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm planning to see it later.
I mean, Sarah, she's not like all the other female comedians who are like, the mighty Virginia! She's actually funny!
Vagina. Not vagina, it's vagina.
And the other video, the guy is telling a story about how a fan who was dying of cancer, 14 years old, asked him to dress up as a giant dildo and go to his funeral. His dad was going to be the Grim Reaper. And lo and behold, a miracle happened and the kid survived. So the guy has the kid come in on stage in the dildo costume.
Oh God, that sounds hilarious.
Super about it. He was smiling and everything.
Oh,
that sounds hilarious.
Let's send a video on Discord.
I did send a video.
Wait, did oh wait, I now remember. God, I'm an idiot. Now, yeah, I seen that one. I'm sorry, I was kind of paying attention to one of my emails real quick. Oh, yes, that was absolutely fucked up.
Well, I kind of like the kid's sense of humor. Like he said, my dad has to dress as the Grim Reaper, and if anyone talks, he points at him.
You're next.
And it's funny because I remember the show that Comedy Central used to have when I was a teenager called Trigger Happy TV, and it was like a British thing, and they had a guy dressed as the Grim Reaper standing by some guy smoking, and he was looking at his wrist like, any minute now.
Nice.
And then there were two people who dressed as bunnies and started pretending to have sex on an elevator.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Goddamn furries.
Well, I don't have a problem with them,
It was
but
to make people uncomfortable because they also did it in like a grocery store as well.
Man, remember when TV could do that? But nowadays, I guarantee you, we can't have that anymore. We can't have Jackass or any other of those shows
We
anymore
can't
this
have
day and age.
Jackass because parents refuse
Yeah,
to
man.
tell their kids not to copy the fucking shit they see on Jackass. I mean,
Well, not only
we
Exactly.
almost lost Naruto at one point because a kid copied a scene he saw in Naruto and the parents were blaming Naruto. And it's like, where the fuck were you when this kid was watching that particular episode with Gaara and decided, I'm gonna mimic Gaara, and ended up suffocating in his fucking sandbox? Where the fuck were you, Karen? Where the fuck were you?
not just that, but I heard that story. I thought it was a fake, made up story or whatever.
No, it was true.
oh damn.
Today on Darwinism, the Darwin
Today
Award.
on Be a Fucking Parent and don't let the TV raise your kids.
I know.
Thank you. By the way, what did I miss?
Hey, Matt. Okay, so
Hey,
here's
Matt.
what you missed. We all were talking about, how
Hey, Matt.
great boobs are. Okay, boobs are great. Hallelujah, amen. And we're also talking about, Fat Ass McFatterson, aka Weston Killer, who is
Oh,
not even
God.
remotely gangster. Like I stated
He
that.
acts like a clingy ex because he can't stand that his
And I
ex, Mr.
even roasted
Anime,
him.
is not into him anymore.
Whew.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, like he made a video.
Private chat there, Matt, because I let the link to his video in the chat in the
I
private chat.
can't see it really. I just joined.
Yeah, that's the problem. If someone just joins the thing, any links that were posted before won't show up for them.
Hang on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it again. All right, I'm gonna put it into the private chat again, and
But
hopefully
yeah,
it comes up.
spoilers for the comment
Also-
section. I said I would say something clever, but you're not even worth it.
Also, I
Yeah.
kind of scarred Mr. Anime by pointing out that Westa Killer seems. I think Westa Killer is gay because it's the only reason I can think of why he keeps making videos about Mr. Anime. Because normal people be like, okay, you know what? After like 2 videos, I think I'm just gonna stop because they're obviously not gonna learn or something. But no, he keeps making videos about Mr. Anime, so I'm thinking he's closeted gay and he's attracted to Mr. Anime.
Senpai,
Probably.
please notice me, senpai.
Most likely.
But no, I mean, me and Diddy both commented saying that he is nothing more but an ex who can't get over the fact that their other ex has moved on, because it has been weeks, if not months,
Basically,
since the whole drama
let's
bullshit.
say it this way. Weston Killer is the jealous ex who can't stand that Mr. Anime hangs out with us, so technically to Weston Killer, we're like his harem or something.
Oh, and also speaking of harem stuff, Weston Tilda also said that anime and fans and the creators are all misogynists. They hate women because the women look cute, sexy, and boobies go slosh, and that of course upsets him.
Most
So typical SJW groupthink. Nothing
That
new
actually
here.
sounds like a fucking SJW.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what he basically
creators
is.
are female.
I know. And here's the other thing.
Correction.
The female voice
Social
actors
justice
too.
weirdo.
I mean,
Social
he's
justice
offended. He's offended by the slush slush.
That's what Mr. Anime said.
He is mad that, anime girls' titties look better than his fucking man.
I mean, I'm
Ooh.
just waiting for the day when these fucking idiots start saying, "Oh, well, obviously it was a man who made this, and they're using a woman as a cover so that no one can complain." And it's like, or maybe women
Oh,
like big tits.
shit!
Yeah, man.
And you
Hey
have
guys, want to piss off
here as well as
to kill even more?
Oh yeah, show the bootleg. Show the bootleg.
Yes!
This is
But
actually.
But you also have, females like Dee Dee and Revna, plus several other women. Hell, on my Discord, I follow a Siren Cover group and a Queensblade group, and there's, females in that group that enjoy the women. They enjoy the mommy milkers. Hell,
There's
female
YouTubers that are like, "You people are fucking stupid." Example: Star Wars Girl and Geeky from Clownfish.
Yes, those are good
Yeah,
examples.
exactly.
I usually gotta say
Who's
that
Star Wars Girl?
anytime that
You don't know who
anytime
Star
that
Wars Girl
D&D
is?
girl. Okay,
Never heard of
guys,
her.
if I could interject here, basically,
Can
time like
someone link
D&D
Solus
girl.
to Star Wars Girl?
Yeah, basically, like he could actually be like the male equivalent of that Star Wars girl. But also, anytime that D&D girl goes on any group that she does, it's like she's actually like a mini Geeky Sparkles.
Ha 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 ha. That's adorable.
Well, it's bullshit to me because it's like, look, I'm all for women being more than sex objects, but I don't like being erased from existence just to try and push your agenda.
And here's the thing. Like, you look at like Momo from My Hero Academia. She has nice tits, and so does Midnight, and even Mount Lady. But guess what? They are more than just defenders. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but to anyone who likes Mount Lady, your girl is going to shine in the future. Because
I am still very depressed that we lost Midnight in that one.
No. Listen. Until I see a gravestone, Midnight is still alive, okay?
I suppose that's true. I mean, how many of us thought Best Genius was dead until he popped up?
Yes,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
true.
go. And also, can we talk about fucking Genius's neck for a second? Like, holy shit, dude. But no, like they are more than just fencers. They are characters that kick ass, take names, and yeah, they got nice ass and tits, but they're not just that though. Just like with the bunny.
The thing that pisses me off about people complaining about Momo's outfit is they seem to ignore that she has to be able to access her skin in order to use her quirk. Yeah, she could probably make a small pistol using her arms or thighs, but she can't make a cannon without accessing her stomach and stuff. She needs to be exposed in order to do that. And considering the only other alternative would be much worse than what she wears for a top, you kind of don't want her wearing the alternative, which would be a string bikini top.
And which is funny is because Midnight, who is based on Blue Snow from Shimonetta, mind you, she in the spin-off manga Vigilantes, she is seen wearing something that is absolutely spicy, but she got.
Are we talking about the thing where she pushed the limits and they had to make a rule about the costumes?
Yeah, that one.
Because she had nothing but a coat covering her tits, and I think she was wearing a belt to hide her cooch.
And what's funny is she still has that skin tight outfit on as protest. Basically, it's like I am still going to be who I really am. I'm still going to be sexy as fuck.
I mean, maybe basically practically being naked, save for a coat and a belt. Belt is probably a little more risque than normal, but she kind of has a similar thing to Momo in that she needs her skin exposed for her to use her quirk.
Yeah, but I mean, the SJWs don't really care about that. They want Momo and all the girls to look like fucking potato women, and
No.
no.
No, thank you. No.
No. If I may quote Dr. Evil, how about no?
Also,
Frickin' Dutch
the whole
Yes, bitch.
making characters Blasian thing. Why don't you use?
If that happens, I'll be all like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Why don't they use Toru? A girl who's invisible. That until Horikoshi gives us what an actual human form of her would look like with her not being invisible, anything someone draws as what she might look like could more or less be canon because we don't know what she really looks like. Why not use her? Why do you gotta keep going for Mina and stuff?
Because what I've noticed, like if you ever seen this, every time there's a character that's not human skin color, like Piccolo, and I'm pretty sure there's other characters too, they always point at that character and say, "This is black. This is a black person." It's like, no, this is a pink person. This is a green person. I would really hate to see them watch Equestria Girls because, oh boy, there's no such thing as human skin color. Now, granted, Applejack's human form.
The closest we got are like Applejack. Basically, anyone whose counterparts would be like oranges or browns and stuff.
Isn't Applejack technically a tannish orange though?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's in the. It's almost a human skin color, like if you tan a little bit and shit. Like she's the only one that can actually pass as a human. Meanwhile, Twilight, Pinkie Pie, and all of them, it's like no. You. I mean, now granted, there could be an argument with say Celestia and Shining Armor because they're pale as fuck, and granted they'd have to say, "Hey, I'm gothic" or whatever, but they could at least.
No. Celestia and Shining Armor are basically literal porcelain. They're not white in the Caucasian white. They are literally, you could turn them into teapot porcelain.
Actually, I found this out.
Also-
A little fun fact for you, DD, and also Spectre, is apparently I was when I was doing my a while back I was doing a quiz for the Amino app just for fun, and it was called Guess What Color Are They? And I was looking up both Rarity and Celestia. So Rarity is a light gray according to the bio, and Celestia is like a light pink. And it's like, wait a minute, that like they look white, It's
Okay, I can't argue on Rarity because she's one of the characters that hasn't changed much from her prototype design that Lauren Foss did. But Princess Celestia is fucking white. She was originally gonna be pink, but Hasbro was like, "Yeah, we have way too many pink ponies. Can you lighten her up or something?" And Celestia was gonna be a queen, but thanks to Disney, queens are seen in a bad light now.
yeah, which
course.
really which kind of sucks. I mean, it's just I don't know. Like I like the term, Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. It comes off easy. It just sounds right compared to Queen Celestia and Queen Luna.
Actually, Luna was still gonna be a princess.
By the way, didn't you just love how it took like 4 or 5 seasons for Luna to have a place in the damn intro?
Yeah, a lot of fans were annoyed it took that long.
It's like, seriously, she's a character in the show. Come on.
I mean, I'm gonna admit I prefer Celestia White because she raises the sun, which gives Equestria light, and white is basically all the colors blended together, more or less. Whereas darkness is devoid of color, but of course we can't get true. Whereas black is devoid of color, but we can't really get true
TV
black.
girl, don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, as a freaking Mad Matt would say, don't
Don't
tempt
tempt fate.
Oh, you should have seen when the show
You
was
guys
first.
beat me to it.
You should
Well,
see
you
when
do
they
better,
were
okay? Why
first
don't you do it?
pitching. You should have seen when they were first pitching the show. I forget the name of the website, but if you watch Familiar Faces thing about My Little Pony, he mentions the website. But they assumed that Celestia was basically white supremacy because she was the
How?
white pony ruling over the colored ponies. I'm
Wait,
like,
hold on. Is this what the damn meme of Tyrant Celestia came from, or what?
I have no idea, but this mommy blog website was
What's
saying,
Tyrant Celestia?
Oh, so way back when the show was like in season 3 or whatever. You know how there's like a Molestia who was like a really creepy version of Celestia who
I'm
just
gonna be honest, I liked the Molestia blog.
because it was funny as hell. And but I mean, like the Tyrant Celestia, I thought it came from the fact that a lot of these Luna fanboys are like really annoying. They thought Celestia was evil for what she did to Luna, which, mind you, Luna became Nightmare Moon.
Did they see the thing where Luna kind of snapped?
Went evil and yeah,
almost
became
killed
Nightmare Moon.
Equestria, and Celestia had no choice. This is the thing of the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Celestia had to think of all the citizens of Equestria. She didn't want to banish her sister, but Equestria was going to suffer if she didn't.
Yeah, and again, you gotta also kind of remember it's the annoying freaking stands now, like with the Fluttershy stands. Nobody better say she sucks or whatever. It's like they get way too deep into it,
Also, going back to the mommy blog thing,
So it's kind of like waifu wars, but with ponies.
yeah.
But the woman writing the entry also said, and notice the tomboy pony is the one with the rainbow hair. And it's like,
And the
no!
lesbian, of course.
And it's like, no, the tomboy pony was originally gonna be Gen 1 Firefly, but unfortunately Josh Whedon owns the rights to the name, even though he's not doing anything with the goddamn property, so that seems unfair. No one else can use the damn name. She had to switch it up and use Gen 3 Rainbow Dash. She liked Firefly from Gen 1 because she grew up with Gen 1, and Josh Wheaton is like, no, I own the name Firefly. I mean, fans keep asking when I'm going to continue it, and I won't, but I own the name Firefly, and I won't let you use it for a pony.
Which is kind of stupid. I mean, it's like, what the hell? Not even using it.
Am I probably the only one that anyone other than Joss Whedon would do Firefly way better than Josh Whedon?
Oh, and hold on, don't forget, Dee Dee, you remember what happened to Coco Pamel, right? They had to change her name because apparently, I think, Pamel is the name of like a hip hop star or whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know that there actually is a designer named Coco.
I mean, I don't know if it's that which one it was, but either way, it's really stupid because we had Coco since like a season 4 or whatever, and here's season 7. They changed the name.
I hope the people who sued realize no one gives a damn about them, and they're gonna keep calling, and fans are gonna keep calling her Coco Pamel.
Exactly, just like we call Derpy. Well, I mean, to be kind of go with the mixed thing, like you say, Derpy or Muffins. We're not going to, stop that. Just like with the Bon.
Look, she'll be an official Mertz Ditzy Do or something, but we are always going to call her Derpy. And any soccer mom who says, "Oh, but it insults the autistic people," I'm going to be like, "Lady, I am on the fucking spectrum, and I like the name Derpy. Did you ever think of asking if I was offended? No, you wanted to assume so you could have your way."
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? That reminds me of a story from Family Guy. There was an episode where Chris dates a girl with Down syndrome, and there's some jokes and stuff. Yeah. The soccer
I remember that episode. Yeah.
Hold on, the soccer moms had a huge issue with it because it was like you're insulting Down syndrome people, but
But
fact,
the girl voicing the character had Down syndrome, and she thought it was funny.
exactly. There you go. It's like, clearly you're standing up for no one because here's someone with Down syndrome. We're like, yeah, I'll do this. It's fun, whatever. Just like with the whole Derpy thing. She's autistic. Well, guess what? Dee Dee and every other, person who has autism loves the name Derpy and loves the fucking pony. Shut the fuck up, soccer moms. You are not helping anyone.
And we chose the name Derpy because in the background her eyes were wall-eyed. It was an animation error, but we found it endearing, so we decided she was Derpy.
I still remember that one meme that had Zakor in it where she's talking about how we are not making fun of Derpy. We love her, and I forgot how it went. I have to look it up later, but it was something that was actually makes sense and stuff because we weren't making fun of Derpy. We like Derpy.
Notice how when something like Derpy happens, it's considered offensive, but we have to redeem every villain in shows now, even though, unfortunately, not everyone is going to realize that they shouldn't be assholes.
You're
setting up something that's going to disappoint children when they realize it's not true, and that's going to ruin their memory of a show.
And congratulations for My Little Pony on this one, because at least Kirik, Queen Crystallis, and Cozy Glow were still evil in the end.
Okay,
and there's no.
I'm sorry. Those three are basically the embodiment of the TV trope arson, murder, and jaywalking. You have Chrysalis and T-Rex, who, God, no, don't let them run around loose. And then you have Cozy Glow, who at best is good at manipulating people.
I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely loved T-Rex. He was freaking awesome. The design was cool, especially when he became like all giant and beef. But I mean, it kind of continues the conversation here, though. You got like Steven Universe, where you could have at least one character be like, "No, I am completely evil." But no.
We did kind of have that with Bluebird, I think the gem's name was, which was a fusion.
Of
Eyeball Ruby and Aquamarine, but that
was the Team Rocket.
They were the only ones we saw that were like, no, we don't like this new Diamond Authority. We want
and I mean Jasper. And Jasper kind of sort of had that. I really don't like people, but okay, I'll chill. I'll be cool with the humans, but F you kind of thing. I mean.
Yeah, at least Jasper was like, look, you don't bother me, I won't go into your city and bother you.
Yeah, so I mean, she was kind of, she seemed like she was on the fence, but it's the whole, the hugging and the power of love and all that nonsense was absolutely annoying. It's like, come on, could White Diamond have at least been the one who didn't change and, have been destroyed or whatever, have shattered? Now,
or at least have her run off for a short period, try again, and then get redeemed.
now
the reason I forgive the whole redemption with Blue and Yellow Diamond is when you find out how much heartache they went through and possibly blaming themselves for what happened to Pink, because when you find out about them punishing Pink and stuff, it's like, oh, ooh. I mean, they
Yeah.
feel awful because it's like, was it our fault that this happened to her? We neglected her feelings and stuff, and now she's gone.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of good character development there. And also, like let's look at the outhouse for a second. I hope that Barrows is still going to be pure evil. Like there's no Luz, like no, you don't have to do this. I want there to be a moment where Luz and Emily are like, hey, you don't have to do this. You know, kind of the whole choke no
Basically, the
jutsu
hand
thing.
slap like we saw with Chrysalis and Starlight.
Yeah. Like Barrows would just be like, no, I want to destroy your world. I'm evil.
Bellows reaches his hand out. You think, oh crap, it's gonna be this, and then smack! How dare you think I would do something so demeaning?
I'm assuming he smiled like a god complex kind of thing going on. So it's like, I am meant for something greater than friendship.
I'm just hoping King Andreas from Amphibia is gonna stay evil.
Yeah, because I mean, what he did to Marcy. Like, you can't just walk away from that and say, "Oopsie, I'm gonna be good now." Like, nah, dude, you technically killed.
At least with what's his face of the Toads and stuff, he slowly started developing a bond with Sasha.
Dude, I absolutely love Grime. He is like the best Toad.
Andreas, he stabbed Marcy in the chest, which idea for a My Hero Academia crossover where Anne, instead of ending up back in LA, she ends up during the camp arc, and she inadvertently saves Katsuki from getting captured by the League because she lands on him as the portal's closing, so he falls out and stuff. But basically, because she'd need help training her blue powers, Aizawa would be training her because he's the only guy who wouldn't accidentally hurt her, considering his quirk is just, turning quirks off.
Yeah.
And because he'd be asked to help Night Eye and stuff, he'd have to bring Anne with him because he's training Anne. And Anne would have a post-traumatic distress moment when she sees Night Eye stabbed through the chest, because remember the last time she saw someone stabbed through the chest was a childhood friend. So that's not going to help her mental state.
And
yeah, also, just a little heads up. I'm actually planning on adding some of like the boys, like the Netflix show The Boys, to like my Magical Girls series. Like, it turns out that there are some like magical girls that are actually being made by some like corporation to actually help combat evil, but they're actually just using like these poor girls as like friggin' like,
so in other words, it's that one episode of the Powerpuff Girls from the original series where you had a guy named Dick Hardley mass producing them with half the right ingredients.
Yeah, and basically that's that. If anybody actually hasn't seen The Boys or read the comics, oh man, you guys have got to actually go freaking see it. And basically, I mean, yeah, they got to pull back on
The
some
Boys
of
the indie comic?
Do you have a link to the Wikipedia page?
Actually, here's something that I got.
Ah, nice.
Ah, nice.
Wait,
Yeah, it's the first omnibus.
just one question. Is this series that you're talking about woke? Please tell me it's not.
No, not really. I mean,
I would like to
No,
think
okay,
if Mr.
it's not.
Anime bought it, it's
Okay,
not
good.
woke.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If any one of us,
anything woke.
like, here's the thing. If any one of us in this chat right now likes a thing, there's a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 chance that is not woke. And even kind of jumping over to like the Owl House 1 second. You know, you got the whole LGBT representation, but the show itself isn't woke. It's that good representation that isn't your
Is
like.
Star
Even
Wars pre-Disney buyout technically considered one of them, or
I haven't really seen that.
before
you know,
before not
Disney buys
including
Star Wars?
not including Disney's Star Wars, anything by Star Wars is not woke.
Yeah.
Anything made by Disney, it's woke beyond hell. And I'm still gonna maintain that the only reason they focused on fucking Ray is because they wanted to appease China, but still act like that they were so progressive. And it's like, fuck that. I want to know about Finn. I don't give a damn about Ray.
Yeah, and also another thing I wanted to add about, like, the magical murder girls in my story, they're practically the anti-heroes. Basically, they're not really good, but they're not really evil either, because basically they actually use like murder magic to actually, kill off people, like not just the darkened, but also like bad people as well. Because I actually did like this one particular scene with Sakura, one of like the protagonist's crushes, of course. She actually went and actually killed a bunch of Russian mobsters and Yakuza members.
Nice.
But like with the Owl House, and again, I like that the creator at the end of season 1 is like, yeah, Luce is bisexual, Amity is a lesbian. She didn't just wait until the end of the show to say, oh yeah, they're this, because I don't have to worry about getting yelled at by soccer moms now because the show's over. But even before she revealed it to be true, you could see hints with Luz being bisexual. You'd see guy characters she would blush around, and then you would see her around characters like Amity's sister Emira, and she would and she blushed. And then you get episodes in season 2 where she's around Amity kicking ass, and she's blushing with Amity, and Amity's blushing with her. And a recent episode had Amity kissing Luz on the cheek, and Luz just goes into shutdown mode like, did I just get kissed?
After you're done, I want to get something off my chest. I hated Disney before they started woke. I mean, personally, I was never really into the Disney films. I just, I don't know why, but I just never really liked them. The only thing I liked from Disney was the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Pixar, which are two different things if you ask me, and the Disney Channel shows. That's about it.
Never was
Everyone's
much
got
in the
their
That's
own
fine.
likes. Everyone's got their own likes. And if you don't like Disney, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know. I just want to get it off my chest.
Speaking of Disney, so there's a new upcoming movie. I think
Encanto.
Is it the one with the transforming panda?
Oh, that's a Pixar movie. I forget the name, but I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
was talking
and
about a trailer.
Again, Disney and Pixar are two different things in my eyes.
oh, I know, but here's the thing. Crimson Sin, who's a cartoon reviewer, he reviews cartoons, like the Owl House, Amphibia. Also, Didi, I wouldn't recommend you to watch his videos on Amphibia. Well, his videos on Amphibia because he is a tad bit harsh. Like, there are some things I agree, but there's some things I don't agree with. But I digress.
So kind of like Razor Fist in a way, huh?
Yeah, and so the Pixar movie, it has this girl who, if she gets too anxious, which you can see that in the trailer, she gets too anxious, she becomes this giant red panda, and to anyone who's a Pokemon fan, a giant what's it named? Beware, the thing
that can break your back and kill you.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, so I'm also expecting that meme. So, but so Crimson Sin says how long would it be until the woke SJW sit there and say this is a LGBT representation just like Luca?
No, 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 no. If anything, she's a representation for people with anxiety. Hell, I'd never be able to leave the house if that happened to me because my anxiety gets real bad if I have to go somewhere by myself.
I mean, you see, there you go. You can say it's anxiety, but you know what society, the SJW, since they look at fucking Luca and go, oh my god, this is gay people. They're going to fucking look at this
God
and go,
damn it,
oh my
can
god, this
children
is...
just be friends without being shipped? I mean, my
Thank
God.
you.
Oh god.
This is the whole
Oh
thing that
god. That is so fucking
a boy
annoying.
and a girl can't just be friends. And it's like, yes, they can.
Yes,
You
case in
guys are
point.
my friends. I'm not wanting to jump your dicks.
Case in point, I have a female friend who I've known since, well, hell, like we've been friends for 12 fucking years, and it's been strictly platonic. But you know, the SJWs, they don't know how relationships work because they're a bunch of fucking worthless men babies who live in their parents' basement, and they don't know how human interaction works. Like two people can just be friends without there being any kind of sexual attraction, and it doesn't matter if it's male and female or you know the same gender. But you know, society, since these people are stupid, they're going to look at the red panda girl and go, "Oh my god, this is trans. This is a trans allegory because I'm mentally fucking retarded."
God
Oh
damn it!
god.
God
Oh
damn
god.
it! This pisses me off because don't get me wrong, I am very happy that Luce is bisexual in the Owl House because we have such few representation for bisexual people. But someone with anxiety that would have to try and struggle unless they want people to see them turn into a red panda, I would relate to that more than her being a member of the LGBTQ community because I have anxiety and it's a struggle for me to be able to go places by myself.
I'll also just throwing it out there for you, Dee Dee. When you said that a couple of weeks ago, with this like barely any representation for bisexuals and stuff, I've decided, you know what? Maybe I will make my succubus character bisexual, which in turn will make her OP as fuck. Because in my story, succubi and incubi have the ability to allure their sexuality. Meaning, if you're straight, you can attract the or you know attract the opposite gender. If you're lesbian, of course, you can only do women. If you're gay, you can only do men. But bisexual, that would mean she can get both men and women to bow before her and do as she pleases.
I mean, we also now with Hell of a Boss / Has Been Hotel also have Charlie and Moxie who are bisexual. So that's two more characters. But unfortunately, you're gonna have the SJWs complaining about Vivzy Pop having LGBT characters in hell, and it's like, oh, so you're saying that people of the community, that some people of the community can't be, assholes and deserve to go to hell?
Well, man, I'm already prepared for them to sit there and say my succubus character is misogynistic. Well, all my female designs will be, but it's like, oh no, you're sexualizing, lesbian or bisexual women and shit. It's like, no, they're just appealing to look at, and I'm pretty sure Dee Dee, as well as several other members of the LGBT, will look at it and go, yum.
Well,
Yep.
also,
Hell,
guys, just a little heads up. Oh, God.
Verasica from Hell of a Boss. Yes, she's attractive, but she's kind of a bitch. So I kind of question why Blitz wanted to fuck her for some reason. But basically, Verasica, if I were to meet her, like say I existed in the Hell of a Boss universe, I'd be like, how the fuck is anyone attracted to you? You have the personality of sandpaper.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah, guys, I'm also planning on actually doing another podcast episode, but I wanted to actually talk about lolicons and shotacons, like how freaking people are just so freaking ignorant to the fact that they're fictional characters.
And they're usually more than old enough to be an adult.
Oh, also speaking
Exactly.
of shotacons, well, I know it's not your thing, Gigi, but if anyone's interested, there's a very wholesome Jojin with the giant mommy from the village with the 3 daughters and Ethan.
Lady Dimiture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite wholesome.
I'm gonna be honest, I've been reading Lady D / reader fanfics, and they're kinky as hell. Like, there's always at least one scene where Lady D is sticking one of her long fingers into the female reader's the JJ.
Ara.
And it's like, damn, this is spicy.
Now, I mean, just curious, is spicy like that good for you, or are you more vanilla?
Oh, don't get
Also,
me wrong. I've had some fucked up fantasies, but it's like, holy shit. I mean, I'd just be fine with her nipping my neck.
Yeah, basically, that's just the thing. Also, here's another thing about lolicons and shotacons. They're voiced by people 18 plus. They don't understand that.
Yeah,
Because-
how
Obviously
about
not.
Because they're stupid, and also, again, SJWs don't do research. They just go by what their fifis tell them.
Uzaki-chan? Oh, she's obviously a child because she has a young face. Girl started out
Oh.
at 19 at the beginning of the series and is like 21 at the end.
Sorry I
Yup,
brought that
she
up.
is.
It's just I'm a little butthurt, that's all.
And Ilulu from Dragon Maid. Oh my gosh, she's short with mummy milkers. This is evil. Wham, wham, wham.
See also Professor
I'm
Otaku
short.
acting like a bitch as per always.
I'm short. I don't have as big a tits as my younger sister, but I have some big tits. And my
Giggity.
sister is like an inch shorter than me. I'm 5'2", by the way.
Ah.
Hello.
Yeah, basically, let me just put it like this. Freaking, you brought up Professor Otaku. Let's not forget freaking Lance freaking Rothman there, Mad Matt.
Oh, fuck that guy. He could go
Now, who the fuck is Lance Rotten?
on feet fucking
Never heard
first.
of him.
Professor Otaku, aka Professor
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm gonna die a virgin.
That
Who the hell is
bitch.
that? Who the hell is that?
Professor Otaku's just some beta bitch who says mecha anime sucks, and he's all for
He's actually.
Let's also
I think he actually pretends to be an.
Hey, I would like to say
You're a mecha
this.
fan, but-
I'm not really into slice of life anime, but I wouldn't say the slice of life anime sucks. It's just not for me.
Also,
Yeah,
he's very
yeah,
much
exactly.
Dude, it's like
anti-capitalism.
with
Short-
anything.
And a little short
Everyone has
tidbit
their own
of.
tastes.
And can I say
Whoa.
something?
Guys. One at a time. Let's start with Mad Matt.
Yeah. Little thing about Professor Otaku is he is kind of a fan of mecha, just has really shit taste in mecha, if that makes any sense.
Okay, D&D girl?
Well, I have a couple things to say, but first, it's like the Disney thing, Solus. Everyone has their own tastes. You're allowed to say you don't like slice of life, and anyone who complains to you about it are assholes. Because if they were told they had to like something they didn't like, they'd be like, well, that's not fair. I don't like this. Why are you forcing this? And then it's like, well, why are you trying to force your tastes on the people then? And then another thing, let's not forget Mother Shame. I mean, Basement.
I hate
Oh,
that
God.
guy.
I hate him
Actually,
too.
And Mother's Disappointment sounds better.
And let's not forget Giguk, the idiot who was making a shitty ass fucking Fate timeline video.
Oh,
Which,
now that guy's the true hater of mecha anime. Fuck Giguk and fuck the high horse he fucking rode in on.
To
But-
make it
Yeah,
his part or the trash cast.
also, before I forget, guys, I was wanting to tell y'all this, but we were kind of talking about everything all over the place. So, so bad news yet again. You see, the PSN, the Soy Station Network, or the Sensor Station Network, whatever you want to call this damn garbage filth, has decided that we are not yet mature enough to see blood in a M-rated game, so they've censored the Doki Doki Literature Club's blood from red to black, which, mind you, it's an M-rated game, and mind you, yet again, while we can't see blood in this game that's made for us,
God
that's again
damn it, Karen!
M-rated. Hold on.
God damn
It's-
it, Karen! That's all I'm gonna
We
say
can-
because it's gotta be a damn Karen that caused this, and it's like it's rated M, Karen. It means it's not meant for your little crotch spawn.
But here's the thing. We can see a donkey getting fucked in the ass by a beta male with a strap on in The Last of Us 2. Plus, we get to see zombie genitalia, blood, heads exploding, as well as getting to see a pregnant woman getting killed and a dog getting killed in The Woke of Us. But God damn forbid if we see blood in an M-rated game that's not made for little shit stains.
Please tell me that
made it
Doki Doki
bad.
Literature Club can be gotten on several platforms.
Oh, good news! It's uncensored on Xbox, PC, and the Switch, because those consoles know that this game is a big boy girl game and not a bye-bye game, unlike what the PS believes it to be.
Oh, good.
And
'cause
of course, don't forget.
I was thinking of getting the game, but I don't want a game that's basically been neutered.
Well, you're
You know
safe
what?
on the Switch.
That's what I'm proposing. Get it for the Switch. But also, guys, I'm
Or
going to come out and
PC.
say this. You shouldn't forget where freaking Sony is, in California, of all places.
Yeah, and they basically said fuck you to all their Japanese studios.
Yeah, can we just nuke California? Can we just nuke California from the map already?
Hey, my friend Emma lives in California.
Okay, well, we're going to save your friend, and then we get rid of California.
No, we need to get rid of Nancy Pelosi, okay? We need to get rid of her. She needs to go.
Okay, here's
And
what we need.
there's
Here's
a
what we do.
lot
Here's what we do. Here's what we do.
politicians we really need to
Didi, how much money?
helicopter rights near active volcanoes too.
I'll answer your question once everyone's done talking to you nice.
But so how much money do you think we'd have to pay Blitz and company to, to assassinate some people in fucking California?
Well, their jingle says if any of them are kids, they're free. So, but these have to be terrible children to do that.
Hey, so when Sony goes bankrupt, I hope they sell PlayStation off to someone else who actually cares about PlayStation in general.
Like,
let's
say Nintendo, since they were going to since they were going to own the PlayStation property before Sony acted like a bitch. And
I kind of want Nintendo to buy PlayStation just because PlayStation only exists because Nintendo.
And Nathan Drake and Kratos can be in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and it would be irony at its finest too.
Nintendo turned down Sony, so Sony took their gear and made the PlayStation. So it would be kind of funny if Sony had to crawl back to Nintendo and we're desperate, please, and they're like, okay, we'll buy all your properties game-wise, and your system, and we don't want to see your fucking shitty faces ever again.
You know, I like to imagine Nintendo is on a golden throne petting a fucking
And
Pikachu.
Nathan Drake and Kratos can be in Smash. That would be awesome.
Petting a Pikachu,
Yeah, that would be.
Dionysus.
Yeah, I like to think, you know,
Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, I'm
Nintendo.
trying to hear Dionysus.
I like to imagine Nintendo will be sitting on a golden throne petting a Pikachu, and then here comes Sony crowding in a damn potato sack and looking like 8 layers of shit, and going, please, master, please save us. We're sorry for abandoning you. And then you got the mob boss thing going like, so you come to me, begging on all fours to have my help on this day.
Mario and Link are like standing as bodyguards in front of him.
I will say yes, but
I'm more
I don't
thinking
want to
Samus
see your
and
face.
Captain Falcon.
Like I will say yes, but I don't want to see your ugly, disgusting face. Like, goddamn, it is so grotesque. I think I'm gonna puke. Go shoo shoo out of my way.
And then put them down to their mercy.
And then you have
Silently and quickly.
and then you have Konami right behind them, also coming to beg for money, and they're like, "We're gonna buy Silent Hill from you now that we own PlayStation, and we're gonna get the guy who created it back to do Silent Hills."
Wait a minute.
Yes, God, yes. I mean, that Silent Hill beta thing that we got was pretty cool, and I was like, then it's like, oh no, we ain't getting it anymore.
Rhys as the main character.
Like, that was so sad. And you know what else is sad? Like, when you sit back and look at us when we were kids and teenagers playing these games, PlayStation and all of them, having fun, having a blast, and there's no politics, there's no gender studies bullshit. And yet, somehow, some way,
Wonderful
happened.
times to come back. I mean, kids these days don't even know how made we had it, man.
Yeah, we were living like kings back then, basically. when it comes to everything.
Did y'all ever
And
see?
all I
Did
just
y'all
want to say this right now is that I hope that how did I say this? I want PlayStation to survive, but I want Sony dead. Is that wrong?
No.
No, that's not wrong.
In fact, you and I have the very same mentality in that I love the PlayStation, but absolutely fucking abhor Sony into my very core.
Sony
Yeah.
can die. Sony can die.
And
by
and Sony
drowning,
Pictures
and
can die
Hey,
with
guys,
them.
guys, Dee was saying something. He's saying something.
Sorry, DD.
Sony can die by drowning and drag Funimation down with them as they try to struggle to stay above water.
Nah, I'd rather they be acquired by Crunchyroll, but
No,
No!
Crunchyroll.
How
Yeah,
about
Crunchyroll
you
is
crazy
trying
Dutch
to get
bastard?
Guardian Spice made.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
no. Crunchyroll needs to suffer too. Crunchy woke, more like it. Crunchy woke and Soy
yeah, I was
Nation
thinking, never
need
mind.
to suffer.
Never mind then.
I mean, my question
second
is
thought.
though, if they decide to do Dragon Maid Season 2, how the fuck are they going to do it? Because you can't have Iruru saying something misogynistic and she looking that hell of dick, right? Like, what are you going to do, Soymation?
Oh, they'll probably have her say, "I don't know why my form decided to take this. I have such giant knockers that disgusting men
Oh wait.
stare at."
I got a new nickname for Funimation. Fuck you, Nation.
Ha ha ha.
Ooh, kinky.
Fuck me with arrested dildo-mation.
Oh, that
Oh.
is actually a good one.
That's a good one.
Fuck me with a rusted giant ass dragon dildo nation.
Yeah. Also, one more thing, guys. I would love to actually say this because basically, we actually need to actually be, we need to stand up for what we actually truly want to support. whether it's anime, whether it's video games, whether it's comic books, whether it's movies, TV shows, it doesn't matter. If they actually appeal to us, we should actually have the right and the choice to actually stand for what we believe in. And, if I'm willing to stand up for Rita Healer just because, freaking Yakuza Western Killer actually says, freaking, oh, it's actually wrong, it's misogynistic or anything like that, well, guess what? Fucking in the New York Black Hole.
Also, Matt, I know you'll scream, "Don't tempt fate," but let's be honest. Considering that one scene in season 1 of Dragon Maid, they'll more or less have already thought of something similar to what I said for Lulu. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because Soymation, they enjoy injecting their fucking gender politics into anime. What really sickens me is these assholes who are like fanboys, basically saying, "It makes sense. It's the same thing they said in the Japanese stuff,
No,
you
it
stupid
isn't.
weeb."
No,
I know.
it isn't.
Just like that one with the skateboarding, the English dub was, "Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary hoes." And the
I'm
actual
pretty sure not
binary-
even a
binary
Japanese
hoe.
studio would be. I'm pretty sure not even a Japanese animation studio would betray us, even after they got burnt.
Yeah, what the fuck is even non-binary? There's no such thing as non-binary.
exactly.
I mean, I'm gonna bring this up again. Marvel and DC are wondering why their comics aren't selling, yet manga is, and it's like, it's because they don't cater to the fucking wokies. You need
Exactly.
to stop catering to them. They don't buy shit, and yet you complain when your
They
shit
never will.
crashes and burns and keeps doing it. You keep doing it.
Yeah, the
Expecting
only
a
thing
different
I'm
thing.
okay. The only thing I'm interested in from Marvel and DC at this point is the Batman Scooby-Doo crossover. But for some reason, the only reason why I'm interested in it is because for some reason I have always loved the idea of Batman and Scooby-Doo teaming up. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're both detectives. I don't know.
Also,
I'm just gonna wait for reviews.
Also, I'm getting fucking sick of, out of the 2 women characters in Scooby-Doo to make a lesbian, they keep going for Velma to be the dyke. Is it because Velma has the short bob cut? Is that the reason? Because that's fucking stereotypical if that's the case. Why don't you make Daphne the lesbian? I'd be grateful to have Daphne in my bed.
Okay, so you're more for Daphne. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, Velma, I mean, she's kind of nice, kind of thick.
Look, Velma's cute too, but it pisses me off they keep going for her because she's not as attractive as Daphne, so they're basically saying lesbian women are all ugly.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I think I know why they didn't make Daphne a lesbian. Because Fred's life would be nothing if she,
Well, these wokies don't seem to care about men, so why would it matter if Fred's life would be nothing without fucking Daphne?
But he
Touche,
likes
never mind.
traps.
Yeah, good
He loves
question.
traps.
Well, then, since we need representation for the drag queens, have Shaggy dress up as Daphne and go out with Fred.
And like, how fucked up is it that
Thanks, D&D girl.
drag
Now I
queen-
can't get that image out of my head.
You know what's funny?
You
I-
act like that hasn't happened. You need to watch Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. Shaggy dresses as Daphne, while Scooby is dressed as Velma.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Holy
It already exists.
But you know what's funny though? Like, speaking of drag
I
queens,
stand
how
corrected.
annoying is it that our children can't go to school without a motherfucking drag queen walking up in libraries saying, "Hi everyone, we're going to learn about, what it's like to be gay."
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on how much the gay agenda has pretty much been perverted by a bunch of dipshit wokies. I mean, say what you will about Rob Halford, but at least he's the kind of guy who leads by example by not being a fucking wokie.
I mean, not just that, but again, it's one thing that you want to teach people about the LGBT. That's all good and everything, but there's that one video that got deleted. But once you put it on YouTube, and once you put it on the internet, it stays forever. We had this little snot-faced asshole who's gay, and he's like, "We're going to convert your children." And he says it with a smug ass looking face
Oh
that he just
shit!
wants to stomp on.
Oh shit! I forgot that the Goblin King wasn't the only movie where Shaggy dressed as Daphne.
Nani?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm gonna post a link from Pinterest and another site for both movies.
Well, actually, Fred, the whole men dressing as women for the a joke of whatever has been around for like a very very long time.
I hope it's
I
not
know,
nightmare
but-
fuel.
I know, but
I have a feeling it's gonna be nightmare fuel either way.
like they're acting like that I'm tempting fate with Shaggy dressed as Daphne. I am not. It's been around for before I even said anything.
Wait, jeez.
Of course not.
Oh,
But now,
my brain, Jesus Christ, my brain.
Okay, if
Well,
that actually
absolutely.
happened, I'm willing to argue that's scarier than every Scooby-Doo villain combined. And that is including the
happened
zombies from
twice.
Zombie Island.
it's absolutely hilarious.
Twice.
Oh,
Technically 3 times if you're willing to look
You know what's
at
absolutely
both
hilarious,
Ghost
though,
of
is
Scooby-Doo.
no, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, do you remember the movie Joanna Man?
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one movie. It's
Yeah, it was a
movie with cross-dressing dudes.
yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. But it's sad that we can't have that movie or movies like that anymore because of fucking
Priscilla, Queen of the
SJW.
Desert. No one saw Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
yeah, because
I heard of it, but
But
here's the thing.
but this is
Also,
my
another thing that really
Have Shaggy dress up as Daphne to go with Fred. If Fred likes traps so much.
Yeah, pretty much. But here's another thing, guys. I can't really stand all like these freaking like drag queens actually, acting, so freaking predatory towards kids, like like the drag kids, toddlers and tiaras and stuff like that. Also, don't even get me started on like that freaking one kid twerking.
Oh, and then
cuties
of
for that.
course, the gay man's choir.
oh, and don't forget the one drag queen in Daisy Duke shorts that crawled towards the little girl who was sitting down. And mind you, the little girl looked kind of creeped out.
Oh, I saw this a couple of years ago. And if the kid is trans, okay, fine. They can get the surgery when they're around 18 or whatever. But they had a kid who biologically was born male, stripping for gay men in a bar. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that to your child? That is sick and disgusting. You can support your child saying, I feel more comfortable as a girl, but you don't take them to strip for money in a gay bar. What the fuck is wrong with you?
But of course, it's these damn progressives, air quotes, mind you, who want to sell their agenda and be like, look at me, look how progressive I am, when in reality, you are just a sick motherfucker.
That's why we call them regressives, not progressives. Regressives.
Yes, because they're fucked in the head.
Regressives.
Thank you
Nah,
there.
they're more like retards.
Yeah, because I mean,
All
God
the jokers
forbid,
have been made.
Mr. Solus?
yeah, because God forbid if you call them out on their bullshit, because it's like as soon as you do, you're somehow, some way the bad guy. Like, how dare you,
Oh, you mean how dare I say? Maybe wait until the kid is 18, and if they still feel like they're the opposite gender, then help them transition. Because I remember when I was 8 years old, I wanted to be a fucking werewolf. My parents didn't take me to a plastic surgeon to get a snout and claws.
Yeah, and funnily enough, there are people who actually love playing as the bad guys. So, what better heroes than the actual bad guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, either bad guys or anti-heroes. They're pretty much, the best types of characters. I mean, I usually prefer anti-heroes because basically they're neither good nor evil.
Honestly, growing up with the MCU, and I've always preferred the good guys, but that's probably because the bad guys are like terrible villains, except for Loki.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean, with Loki, like, he was a great
I actually have
villain.
a preference
Considering
towards
Loki
anti-heroes
turned
too, but
into
I
a
also like
horse
good
and
guys too.
considering Loki turned into a horse and got fucked by a horse to conceive a horse that he gave to his father, it's clear to say that Loki, if you impress him enough, will fuck anything.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. The Loki TV series, they, for whatever reason, decide to make, Loki gender fluid. And the creator,
Well,
whoever, the actress, went on record saying,
if you look at Norse lore, technically it works because Loki can turn into a woman.
well, yeah, but the thing is, so, the, actress or whoever was in charge, whoever said it, was like, oh my god, this was so important to me. Not the story or anything, it was just this right here was so important to do. Because it's all about, they have to have the real representation in every single thing that they can get their hands on.
I personally, if I had the money, I'd find an artist and I would say, I don't like gay Iceman, so I want you to. It'll be whatever character you want to choose, but I want you to draw another Marvel character breaking his dick off and saying, "You
God
don't
damn
get to have
it.
this if you're gonna follow Wokies."
Thank
Break his dick off
you.
and put it in a drink.
Yeah, all I gotta say is basically this is why I prefer anti-heroism, because basically they actually have their own kind of morals and conduct, like Deadpool or
Deadpool
freaking the
and Ghost
Punisher.
I
Rider are
love
awesome.
Deadpool. I'm actually
Deadpool's
sad
awesome.
because someone.
Guts, dude. Guts is the fucking shiznit, man.
And Red Hood is one of my favorite DC anti-heroes of all time.
I'm actually a little sad because I recently found an AU thing on YouTube called Little Heroes, and it's basically kind of like a spoof of Muppet Babies, only it's Marvel heroes. And you have Little Wade, who's talking about how he's seen various versions of them himself, and they're all.
Why did that remind me of the Superhero Squad?
Anyway, and he says that every one of them get cancer, and he says he knows he'll eventually get it, and he says how it's depressing him, and I'm like, you don't deserve this, you sweet child. Let me hug you. You don't deserve this. Deadpool gets fucked by Marvel so much.
Not in the good way either.
Yeah, basically, it's like the Cataclysm for the Deadpool video game, where freaking Wade falls onto a guy, and then like the screwball voice in his head goes, "Dude, there's a dude inside us," and then Wade's like, "Yeah, but not in the fun way."
Master 419 asked, "Do any of you guys know Double 4 anime?"
No.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I heard of him. What about him?
But supposedly Disney is going to keep the Deadpool movies their like R rating, which I'm very hopeful for because I'm going to be pissed if the mouse tries to PG-fy them. But I just want a scene at the beginning of the movie where Deadpool's like, "So as you know, the mouse has bought the fox. So to honor respect for them, I'm gonna be clean from now on." And then he gets like his foot stabbed or something. He's like, Scratch that.
Nice.
That
Nice. Imagine.
I also
Sweet.
want a reference to the
He's
snap.
the R-rated freaking Deadpool.
I also
Guys.
want a reference to the snap where it referenced that Deadpool can't die because if Deadpool dies, he'll get with Lady Death, and Thanos is into Lady Death and he doesn't want Lady Death with Deadpool. So you just have Wade standing around and everyone just starts poof, 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 and he's like, "Oh, come on!"
Is it just me, or am I the only one who thinks of Lobo when that happens? Like, you know, Lobo's immortality, why he can't go to hell.
he
You
can't
know
even go
what
to
I'm
heaven
talking
either.
He can't really die because, no one wants God or the devil wants Lobo's soul.
Oh God, I'm now just imagining Lucifer from the show Lucifer being like, "You know why no one wants you in either place? Because the show Lucifer is based off of Neil Gaiman's thing, which is part of DC." Or am I wrong?
Man, I'm pretty mad that they actually canceled Lucifer. I mean, that was such a great
he's
series.
getting.
Wait, they did?
Actually, it's getting one more season just to tie up loose ends.
I
Just
haven't seen
mean
it
just
yet.
to tie up
Is it
Lucifer?
good?
I never seen it.
Or are you talking
Me
about
neither.
the first time that Fox canceled it and Netflix picked it up?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about?
I
What
think
is-
it,
Oh, hey,
Because if
kind of
you-
like Star Wars:
I mean,
The Clone Wars.
Fox-
Nice.
Because if you're talking about when Fox was a dumbass, at least Netflix was like, "Hey, wait, there's still some more stuff to tell here."
yeah, and basically that's just the thing because you see, it's actually kind of freaking redundant that good shows are getting dropped, and like all these crappy shows are getting renewed.
Yeah, like
Because
fucking
basically, how I
Big
see
Mouth.
it,
That or any shows that
And,
were good at one
glitch
point
tech.
aren't good anymore. And you're
Oh,
like,
do not get me
"Just
started
kill
on.
them already." I mean, my God, I used to love The Simpsons. Now I'm like, oh God, it's
And I
still
think
on the air?
Infinity
What the
Train's also
fuck?
canceled too.
Yeah, Infinity Train, but also Spectre. Do not get me started on fucking glitch checks. That was a damn good show. 2 good seasons, and yet fucking Nickelodeon ain't got the damn money to make a fucking 3rd season, but they do have
What
the
about
money
Harvey
to
Beaks?
make. Well, hold on. They do have the money to make a fucking spin-off with Patrick Star, and we get to see a little promo, which absolutely sucks.
How about Harvey Beaks? That was a good show.
Yeah, that's
and
actually a great way to talk about.
I also gotta
Hey,
mention that one little animated show MTV made called Download that aired back in 1999. Man, that was a good show.
Hey,
But no,
so
like, I mean,
since you mentioned CH Green,
I would actually love to see a continuation of Reboot just to see what their take on the internet and God fucking damn it. Hold on.
anyways, as I was saying, speaking of CH Greenblatt, this would be a great time to mention Jellystone. Now, it's actually a Hanna-Barbera crossover series, kind of like a Future Quest, and I'm personally looking forward to it. And CH Greenblatt, he really deserved a break after what Nickelodeon did to his show and him. So
well,
I'm looking forward to it.
Right
Well,
now,
I personally find it hilarious how all the good shows get canceled, like Ditch Checks and all that. But yet, stupid piece of shit like fucking
Sorry.
Big Mouth and all these other filthy, disgusting shows keep getting other
Look.
damn.
The only use Big Mouth really has is if you're one of those parents who are too uptight to tell your kids the birds and the bees. If you're one of those
just
parents
look
who
at
say,
Nickelodeon.
just get on Netflix and watch Big Mouth. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
oh god.
Hey, just remember Nickelodeon back in 2011 to 2015, I want to say, they had like a streak of bad shows like There's Pico, Banana Cricket. Let's see here. Sanjay and Craig. And
Oh,
don't
you
even
did
get me
that shit.
started on Breadwinners.
All
But
those were
meanwhile,
And
fucking
they-
stupid.
Invader Zim got a movie to try and tie everything up, but Invader Zim wasn't allowed to continue because it was too scary for children, but popular with
What?
teens.
You know, I
Yeah,
absolutely
I
find it
hate
hilarious.
shows that do that. I hate.
If that was the case, then why couldn't they just air the last few episodes on Nick Teens?
That's my thing. I hate networks that do that. You know why My Little Pony was such a big juggernaut? It's because Hasbro was like, holy shit, adults like it too. Let's appeal to the adults as well. That's how you started getting references to the Big Lebowski and stuff in the background.
Yes.
Yeah, there are Big Lebowski ponies.
You know, I also
They
love
even
the
had
one.
for the 100th episode, which was a love letter to the fans. You see all three characters from the Big Lebowski in one scene, and then when they're sitting at the wedding, one of the characters is missing, and one of the characters is holding a coffee can.
I would mention Teen Titans 2003, but I'm pretty sure we all know how that all ended up with Teen Titans Go.
Oh yeah, that show
Oh,
got
God.
canceled because it appealed to girls more, and it's like, if it appeals to girls, well, we can't have this show anymore. It's like,
You know,
why?
I'm still on the
Why?
fence about that one. Like, is it true or not? Because it doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, you
Yeah.
stupid. Girls are into this show. You should be like, okay, cool. Let's keep making it. They're giving us, money and shit.
You
Wait,
know,
which one?
now that I
Teen
think about
Titans?
it, yeah, Teen Titans
Just provide a
2003.
link to what I was talking about earlier.
Anyways, so you know what? Now that I think about it, it's becoming a common trend with Warner Brothers animation. They replace good cartoon reboots with bad cartoon reboots, like
Young
Teen
Justice.
Titans, Batman,
Young Justice.
yeah, Young Justice, and Scooby Doo with the Be Cool Scooby Doo, and the Looney Tunes at one point. Which I'm willing to argue that the Looney Tunes show is really good, but they had to be replaced by Wabbit.
I hate Rabbit.
You know, I've never seen Wabbit, so like, I mean, kind of fill me in. What the fuck is what was the
Well,
show
it's
like?
pretty much trying to be like a return to
Bugs has
form,
a
but
pet scroll, so that's a thing.
it's trying to be a return to form, but all it did is shout on the legacy of the Looney Tunes more than Lunatics Unleash.
Now, if you want to talk about
Not to
shitting on the legacy, let's talk about that shit show, fucking baby Looney Tunes or whatever it was. Where it was that was some
Babs and Lola.
that was some absolute shit. Like if
Wait,
you want
no, it was Bugs and Lola too. It
And here's the
doesn't
thing.
even matter. I only watched a couple episodes, and that was while I was getting ready.
Yeah, Wabbit is
to do
bottom of the
something or
barrel tier for me. Not to mention they throw in Teen Titans Go style humor, like you would see in Teen Titans Go.
so we're talking about fucking memes that will be outdated in like 5 months now.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Here is another company that was actually smart. You know why She-Ra was made by Mattel? Because they found out He-Man was popular more with girls than boys. So
And
like,
yet
so instead of being like, well, we can't make He-Man anymore, shut it down, boys. They were like, hey, let's make a female character since He-Man is popular with girls. They weren't like, well, we can't market this to boys anymore. It's more to girls. Cancel it.
not just that, but I mean, see, that's the
there's
thing.
nothing wrong with girls liking guy stuff. I mean, basically, like for instance, take Redo Healer for instance. It's actually more popular with women in Japan than it is men.
But that's what makes me giggle about it, because if you told this and a thing about the fact that like there was only 2 guys on the staff for the original She-Ra, and everyone else was LGBTQ women, women, it would piss off the wokies so much their heads would explode.
I know, because to them, they are the future. They're the first ones to have a gay, black, trans person on the team. It's like, the OG says hello, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that there shouldn't be black trans characters, but it's like when you're doing a black trans character, it just seems like you're trying to kill as many birds with one stone as possible, so you only have to have the one character, you know?
Yeah, like, I mean, you can have um diversity in your fucking work, but it has to, make sense. It has to look cool. It has to go with the story, and they can't just be, oh look, I made a diversity character. Do I get a cookie now?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the thing with Betty DeVille from the Rugrats reboot. You basically just made her a stereotype
God.
by making her a lesbian.
Yeah, I mean, all you had to do was either A, make a new fucking character, like every single diverse individual
Or
says,
choose a female character that wasn't basically like a stereotype for lesbians.
Exactly. I mean, it would be. Now, I don't know, like, I mean, hear me out here. Would it
Yeah,
have been
that's what.
okay if Angelica's mom kind of came out like, I've been fighting this, whatever, and got a divorce? Because I know a divorce is like a major fucking thing, and
Well, it would explain why Angelica's an only child from the original series. Everyone else had a sibling by the end of the show except Angelica.
yeah, true.
I mean, that would explain it, because unless Charlotte wants to go to a sperm bank or something, she's not going to want to lay with a guy again. And Drew isn't exactly one of those guys who could probably find a woman easily, so Charlotte probably married him trying to be like, yeah, I'm hetero, but it turns out she's a lesbian.
I love dick a lot, see?
Plus, considering she was supposed to be the hardworking independent woman who was like a CEO in the original series, during a time when it was just getting to where women being in high power was considered okay, that would also be another reason why she might marry Drew, because she has to prove to her parents or something that, yeah, I'm the normal hetero woman.
You know what's funny? Is I never really liked Charlotte, not because she's a bad character, but because she's blonde and she has money. And I have an aunt who's also blonde and has money. And my aunt is, and I will say this as nicely as humanly possible, a stuck up bitch.
Well,
It's like every time
Wow.
I looked at Charlotte, I couldn't help but see my fucking aunt like, ah, damn it.
well, I'm also going to point this out with Charlotte being the one they should have made a lesbian if they were going to reskin anyone, because it would also explain more why she's such a workaholic if she's having to try and make sure she can take care of Angelica when it's, her weekend or whatever to have Angelica.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we never
Yeah.
saw any relatives on from Charlotte's side.
Yeah, that is
So
true. Like we
obviously
see.
Drew would be getting help from like Stu, Grandpa, and stuff to take care of Angelica. Charlotte wouldn't have anyone helping her, so it would explain why she'd be a workaholic.
No, that is
And
true.
hell, if
Like
you-
we've seen everyone else's kin. I still remember that one fucking episode where Tommy and them goes to the damn farm, and there's that fat damn baby who I think the context was like he was always hungry, and like the way he said it, it's like he would eat you, and Angelica was scared as fuck of the kid.
Yeah, but the kid wanted to jump on her and make her squeal like a piggy. Ignoring the whole squeal like a piggy thing, that kid probably would have punctured something in Angelica, killing her.
Yeah. I mean, she had every right to fucking be afraid. Like, oh shit, here comes fucking Weston killed us. Damn it.
Hey,
No. I think this kid was before Weston Kill. Maybe it was
Hey,
his
what?
older brother.
Hey, just a question. What was the ratings for what was She-Wo rated?
I think it was like I don't know, PG or Y7.
Traps. There goes my argument of why the only good modern cartoons are kids' cartoons.
I mean, to be fair, if you want to go down that route, My Little Pony Friendship with Magic Says Hello is rated Y, and again, it
Yeah,
had a
but
huge fan base.
yeah, but still, the only good Western cartoons nowadays are kids' cartoons.
I mean, I know the Owl House and Amphibious rated Y7.
I love that Scootaloo's ants were a couple. I'm just annoyed
Well,
that
the reason why I'm
I'm
saying
just
that
annoyed by Scootaloo's parents not being like, hey, why don't you stay with your aunts? And instead we're like, nope, we're gonna have you move with us. Screw your well-being, and that it was your friends that was the reason you got your fucking cutie mark.
Yeah.
okay, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the only good Western media is kids' cartoons now because they don't push agendas.
I
Now,
mean,
I'm probably wrong.
to an extent, like again, Amphibious, the Owl House. Even though what makes the Owl House so good is that even though there's that LGBT representation, it's not woke. It's not done in the name of wokeness. It's
Most of the times it doesn't try to push agendas.
And
Lest we forget the
and
Blues Clues parade song.
okay, and then
like
the
Oh God!
Nickelodeon,
Don't even get me started on that.
like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network seem to really be trying to push that agenda. Like Dee said, the whole Blues Clues gay parade.
And
Oh God.
the reason
correct me if I'm wrong on this, but there's also HBO Max is Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, the SpongeBob. Like as bad as they are, at least they're not woke trash. Like the Patrick Star Show and Camp Coral. They might be bad and shitty on Steven Hillenburg's legacy, but I'd rather take them over the Soy Wars and Terminator Woke Fate.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kept up.
Terminator Woke Fate never existed, much like anything after.
We do not
Terminator 2.
recognize that garbage.
Exactly.
Anyway, but yet Steven Universe Future seemed so rushed and uncoordinated because Cartoon Network cut the show's thing early. There was supposed to be a couple more seasons before the show was to end, but because Rebecca Sugar didn't have Ruby wearing the tux and instead Sapphire, Russia couldn't lie and say Ruby was the guy like they had been doing for a while. And that pissed Cartoon Network off because now that's money they can't use because that episode's not going to be shown in fucking Mother Russia. So basically, Rebecca Sugar had to do what she could to salvage what she could. Episodes that would have explained characters were cut. Stuff that would have helped the season flow better were cut because she only got one season left before that was the it for Steven Universe. And it fucking pissed me off because it's like, so you're the reason this final season sucked because it was so disjointed. Because you're a fucking asshole, Cartoon Network. If I ever meet your president, I'm gonna kick him in the pussy and or cock.
But basically, let me just say this. Also, don't even get me started on Russia because basically they're banning freaking anime right and left, like Konosuba. They've banned Death Note. They've banned freaking Akira. Oh God. Seriously.
Because the government are about dumb as fucking doorknobs.
Yeah.
See, fuck China is a fool.
But for anyone who is unaware, when episodes of Steven Universe would be translated into Russian, they would always make Ruby a boy because she was androgynous enough to go either way. Sapphire was always the girl, which makes sense because Sapphire does identify as female. So does Ruby, though. But when the wedding episode of them getting married came out, Sapphire was wearing the suit and Ruby was wearing the wedding dress, and that pissed Rush off because now they couldn't do their lie of Ruby being the male character. Even though Ruby was never male, she identified as female.
Exactly, and also one thing I do want to throw out there too is one thing that I do kind of feel sucks, and I'm pretty sure it's because it had you rushed, is I feel like Pink Diamond slash Rose Quartz should have had her episode where she somehow came forward. Like maybe Steven met a gym that's about meditation, and she could have met Rose Quartz's mother and kind of been like, "Hey, mom, what the hell is all this shit?" Right? You ditch Spinel, you did all this stuff. What is your side of the story, right? Because we are left with the fact that she is just a child and she does things on impulse. It's like, yeah, I like this thing. Well, as soon as she's done with that thing, she just throws it away. Like, okay, I no longer want to play with you. Like with Spinel, right?
Also, I just have a question. Why do big name creators still stick with the corporations? Like the creator, why can't they become independent comic creators? Like Mr. Anime 343 and
Because it's hard to break out on your own.
yeah, but
Yeah,
look at the
because-
creator of Invader Zim. I've heard there's a comic created by the creator of
Johnny
Invader
the
Zim.
Homicidal Maniac, Squeeze
Yeah.
Book of Horrors, I Feel Sick, and Plot
Yeah,
Button, I
just
think.
imagine someone like C.H. Greenblatt or
Yeah.
what was it?
Oh, and Roman
Doing
Dirge,
that.
who helped on Invader Zim. He
You know what's
has
funny?
one with a cute little dead girl.
Maybe to a certain extent Butch Hartman, but I don't think it would be a good idea.
I still find it hilarious. No, I still find it
Yeah.
hilarious. No, I still find it hilarious.
I hate Butch because he claimed he found a cure for autism.
Yeah, fuck Butch Hartman.
Butch Hartman.
He also fucking
What are you
blamed
doing,
Kim
guys?
Strong Senpai for something she didn't do. Like, fuck
Also,
that piece
guys,
of shit.
Don't even get me started on the time he actually freaking ripped off someone for making Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
That was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was trash,
Oh,
man.
remember-
Pissed about that, and I.
On the bright side, he did have
And-
Vic Mignogna on his podcast.
That is not a bright side.
Yeah,
No,
no.
not
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
just want to be positive.
He was probably. Yeah,
That was
Butch probably
HIV positive.
just putting him on here for clout.
But one thing I do want to
I know. I
also,
just want to be positive. Sorry.
I also just want to throw out there too. I find it kind of funny how the voice of Invader Zim is the voice of fucking Moxie, the imp from Hell of a Boss.
Yes, and I have a crush on Moxie. Again, if I were in the
Yeah, but he's
I
also
don't
the
know
voice
why,
of Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, too.
Oh, I know
I
that.
don't know
but-
why,
if
but
I
I've
was
al-
in the Hell of a Boss universe, and I was in hell for some reason, be it a damn soul or I was an imp, I'd be like, if you and your wife are into the whole one free
I know
fuck
not
thing, I
everyone's-
am willing to be your one free fuck.
I don't know if everyone would agree with me on this, but I would love to see Richard Horvitz in a dubbed anime. Like, imagine his voice.
The only way that would happen is if they.
Be pretty
is
fucking
if-
badass.
The only way I can see that happening possibly is if, for some reason, a company in Japan decided to do Billy and Mandy as an anime, kind of like the Powerpuff Girls anime, or an Invader Zim anime. Invader Zim probably be better because it would mesh better than Billy and Mandy, in my opinion.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that one part where freaking what I want to say there. Grim actually got Billy with a scythe, and then he's like,
I can't
you know,
understand
he's
what you're saying.
oh man, that was
Basically, Grim
Dude,
got
the
strapped to Valhalla.
One of my favorite lines is "Destroy us all! Destroy us
Oh
all!
god.
Destroy us all!"
Oh,
I'll have the
yeah.
chicken, I'll have the chicken, please. Destroy us all!
The
Destroy us
clown,
all!
the clowns could destroy us all. Destroy us all.
I'll
I'm
have the
gonna say
chicken,
this right
please.
now. Billy's dad is my favorite character in this show. I don't
Oh,
know why
son, I
he
can't
just is.
bring the paper through your butt.
You know, I just want to, you know those videos where it's like the elderly watch this, or kids watch this, or react to this, whatever videos?
Yeah.
I would love for the SJWs,
He's-
the Wookies, to
I always
react
imagine-
to Billy and Mandy, and maybe like Count Chicken, and let's see what, and Johnny Bravo and stuff.
Damn, you want to talk about a good female role model for girls? Mandy was definitely a good
I always
female
like to
role
think that
model.
Billy's dad was the Cartoon
Because
Network
Mandy
of
pretty much-
Hugh Neutron. I don't know why, but I always like to think that.
Yeah, not to mention Mandy is pure fucking evil incarnate.
Yes.
Look, I love Mandy. Yes, she wasn't the typical girly girl, but she did like wearing girly things.
Yeah, I mean,
So
she had on a pink shirt.
So she wasn't like, oh, I'm all against being society's thing of a girl. She was.
I wonder how the
basically,
SJWs
look,
would
I'm
feel
not-
about Mandy.
Mandy was basically like, look, I'm not gonna take your shit, but I like pink, so fuck off.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not,
I wonder how. Yeah, I wonder how the SJWs would react to Mandy.
Their heads
Yeah,
would
that's-
explode, that's what.
yeah, I mean, they'd probably fucking have a heart attack watching any of our damn cartoons back in the day, because all cartoons are damn hardcore, basically. They didn't hold back any punches. We had jokes. There were jokes of all kinds, and SJWs, as we know, fear and cry over the simplest, innocent joke.
It reminds me
Oh,
of that
yeah.
scene from Family Guy when Peter's trying to help Carter get Babs back, and you have the guy who's like, "Oh, I will fight you, you ruffian," and Peter's like, "Let me handle this penis," and he's like, "Oh." That's what I think would happen if you showed a cartoon from. Like,
And
the
also
90s
in
to Loki.
Chowder, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure that the SJWs would blame Chowder just for having a character that just says one line. Schnitzel.
Rada. You were talking
I
don't
about
know.
Schnitzel, right?
Hell, the SJWs would probably sit there and try to say Chowder if someone is fucking trans because of whatever. Like, you gotta remember, these people are mentally stupid.
He gets married to Panini and they have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, but remember, SJWs be dumb as fuck, and it doesn't matter what is canon, they live in their own fucking world.
See also
Yeah.
that one post I shared on the venting Discord about
That fugly goat bitch.
yeah,
God
with the they
damn.
them pronouns. I mean,
Yeah,
I swear,
I
people
commented
with
and
they
said-
them pronouns are some of the most batshit insane
Yeah,
motherfuckers this side of Chris Chan and
Yeah,
y'all.
they are.
Yeah, I was
Won't be
there.
on that.
I was there and I said, yeah, but it'll never be included in the franchise, will it, you fugly goat bitch?
Oh,
I mean, how the hell does someone that
Hey,
ugly
guys.
get up in the morning? I'm sorry, but if I was that
Yes,
ugly,
Mr.
I would.
Anime?
what's up?
Oh, that
Jose
was
wanted to say
you
something. Oh,
I mean, I don't know how anyone can be that ugly and, go outside and shit, because I would be absolutely ashamed to look like a goddamn goat. Like a gene splice human with goat fucking DNA.
I think that's what our version of cherubs would look like if we had, like the little goaty cherubs that we see in Hell
Oh,
of a
yeah.
Boss.
yeah.
the only freaking goat I'd act. I mean, dude, goats actually are not really as good looking. But if you want to talk about sheep, freaking Revna, our precious, sweet, loving cinnamon waifu, cinnamon
Yes.
rollable waifu.
Oh yeah.
and I have over 100 different outfits for her
Wait,
to
isn't
try
Rena
on.
a guy though?
No, she's
Actually,
trans.
no.
She
Oh.
is a trans woman.
Sorry, Rena, if you're watching this.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
if the Wokies ever see this, they're gonna be like, how dare you assume?
Dude, basically, I actually prefer having. If we ever get freaking Resna back on this stream again, I would love to actually have her voice her own opinions and stuff like that, because she's actually a member of the Council of Leaves. Okay, straight up.
and like I said, I have over 100
Wait,
different
who's all?
outfits for her to try
Wait, what's
on.
the Council of Weebs?
Oh, it's actually like
You're
a
not
little.
part of the council?
I don't
That's weird.
remember if I am.
Basically, if you actually have a Twitter account, let me know, and basically, I'll see if I can add you in there.
I'm too scared to get a
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah,
account
but
because they might come for me. I'm a little paranoid of social media.
Well, I can still go on Discord then.
Understandable.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Discord's
just,
much better,
I
man.
just shared something funny.
Wait, on the Council of Weebs or the Discord?
On the chat, in the
Yeah.
private
Oh,
chat.
oh. So
Okay,
I was
I'm
looking at.
checking it out right now. So.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at cake on Twitter for a moment. Some good fucking cake, by the way.
Yeah, I wish Peter would die.
Alright, so what are we looking at here? When I
Yeah,
start
guys,
load.
I gotta go.
Bye.
Alright,
Alright,
well,
See you
stay
guys
safe,
later.
man.
I gotta go.
Do you want to give your last
Say-
thing before leaving?
Oh yeah. Your last words.
Well, never mind. He
Shit.
left.
Anyway, guys, let's close it right here
That's a
because
dirty leg of lamb.
I'm probably gonna go freaking go find something to eat and get set up for like my podcast and stuff like that. So let's actually get
just
my
throwing it
words
out there though. Just throwing it out
What's up?
there for you, Mr. A. Now remember, like I was saying before, I highly recommend you not respond to fat bastard. Actually, I take it back. Fat bastard's funny.
No.
advise
We're calling him the jealous ex who can't accept that Mr. Anime's not into him.
Well, I highly recommend you not respond to your jealous ex, because as soon as you do, he's gonna make a video and it's like, look, see, he can't get a life, he can't get out. You're going to be playing into his trap, and he's only doing this for clout. He only wants the views, and he wants to make you look bad. All I gotta say is for you, just kind of ignore it, be the bigger man, and keep making videos, because here's the thing. You are going to shine more than this, blobfish of a
Shine
man.
bright like a diamond.
You're going to shine more than this blobfish ever will, alright? So
I
don't...
really wish I knew how to draw.
These women on my shirt here, basically they get more freaking action than Yakuza Western Killer ever will.
I really wish I knew how to draw good enough, because then I would draw everyone from Imp chasing after Western Killer, because someone died and it's like, look, I'll give you all of the money and a couple organs if that's not enough to sell, if you go and kill this fat bastard.
Alright, well, guys, I'm gonna call it good here. So let's get our final goodbyes out of the way so I can actually end the stream and get something to eat, because like I said, I want to get started on my podcast about lolicons and chotacons as well. So
Alright.
Alright, so Matt, why don't you start us off?
Oh, nothing much for me. Just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, they and them are fucking plural, assholes. Jesus fucking Christ. I will never understand people who use they, them, plural pronouns to make themselves non-binary. Non-binary, my fucking balls, bitch.
Alright, so Spectre?
Kill Soini, let PlayStation live. Or at least be bought out by someone else.
Nintendo, preferably.
Yes.
Yes. Also, Isis?
My glorious, filthy degenerates. Remember to live for your desires, never be ashamed of said desires, and also SJWs, you have no place. And also fucking Man Boobs McGee, aka Western Killer. You're just jealous that anime titties look a hell of a lot better and are more appealing than your disgusting 50-pound man boobs.
Ooh. All right, D&D girl?
Sad Fat Betty, leave Mr. Anime alone because we will all testify if he needs to get a restraining order against you.
And for Yakuza Western Killer, you can actually go fuck yourself to the nearest black hole for all I care. That's all I got to say about that. But beyond that, I appreciate you guys coming on to the live stream here. And as always, just remember these 3 things. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, sayonara, everyone.
Bye.
See you later, masturbator.